So I'm just going to start with this one. If a lot of people don't catch it live, that's fine. That's why I record all these. Maybe I'll even post this one up to YouTube. We'll see. Let's start it off. And we get an absolute insane bomb. Yes, it costs 8, but my god, if you resolve this card, you're just getting an extra creature, not just on your turn, but your opponent's turn. It just gums up the board. I mean, I've never opened this in draft, and maybe like the card's nuts. Oh man, that is sweet. That is a sweet card. We're gonna build a Dirtle deck, boys. Like, I will snap up some camels if we see them. But there's nothing even close to this. Like, Horse Snatcher Bat's sweet, and Grunt's sweet, and whatever. Who cares? We're taking this card. Like, most of you are gonna take the Legend no matter what. I have the luxury of not having to do that, but I'm still going to. The card's and we immediately get the other awesome Dirtly Time card. This pack's pretty stacked, but yeah, we are going to build a plan, and that is have inevitable. All right, so 3 straight Horse Snatcher Bats. We'll keep that in mind. But we could take another Pillars here, but that might be greedy. That might be making our curve a little too high. I probably should be looking at this Teriak Hatchling or Determined. Like it. I don't know. It's tempting to just try and be the dirtiest thing ever, but like. Oh, how greedy do we want to get? If I take this card, our chances of winning probably go down instead of up, like these first 2 picks. You only need so many finishers, where Teriak's Hatchling is just a good card. And we don't know if our second color is going to be Primal. Like, it could still be Justice. So, like, these do keep us open. But it's not the best defensive card. It's more of an aggressive tempo-y card. Screw it. YOLO, right? Okay. So we've got a couple of aggressive Justice cards, and then we've got some very nice, slow, grindy Primal cards. I'm normally a big fan of Blind Storyteller. The issue with it in this deck is that we're going to not want to discard power. Normally, he's great because once you hit 5 or 6 sigils, you can just loot them away. In this deck, that's not really going to be the case. We want those 7th and 8th sigils, just because we already have 2 empowered. So he's not quite as strong in this deck. Now he's still fine as looting away cards to get more sigils, but in that case, I might just look at Wisdom of the Elders, although the double Primal with triple time is a little off-putting. That being said, these are both more on the aggressive side. Oh, we might be pausing this to get RNG in here. Let me see if he wants to do a hangout or what. Alright. I think we're going to take Wisdom, but yeah, let me see if I can get RNG in here. Let's see here. Yeah, let me set up a little hangout. I think ultimately I'm probably going to go with Storyteller just because I think the tiebreaker here is this is double primal and this is single primal. Maybe that's a silly tiebreaker, but sometimes that's what it comes down to. It's close. Okay. Let's see if I can get RNG in here. Do 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 do. Boom. All right. Let's see if he hops in here. Okay. Hello. Hi, RNG. Are you there?
Hey,
Sweet.
I believe so.
You probably want to, I guess, mute my stream then, and we will talk on here. Sweet. And yeah, people watching, let me know if you can hear RNG. You should be able to. Yeah, it looks like I'm picking it up. Sweet. Okay. Anyway, back to this exciting draft. Let me screen share with you, RNG, so you're up to date. I don't know what kind of delay is on my stream. There shouldn't be much of one, but just in case. Da-da-da. There we
Sorry,
go.
guys, joining in late.
That's okay. Like I said, it's okay. We have an exciting start to this draft. If you haven't
Whew.
noticed yet,
We two pillars in 3 picks. Okay.
we went Maris and Pillar. We just went deep right away. We passed 3 Horse Snatcher bets.
That card dies to Torch.
Yeah, so right now I was telling them how the debate is probably between Storyteller and Wisdom. These are a bit more aggressive, and I think we want to be slower, and these both contribute to that. So my Storyteller is actually a little worse in this deck because we want to hit 7 and 8 power, where this is at its best when it's discarding power, really, and you're at 5 or 6. So makes me want to lean towards Wisdom. The problem with Wisdom, though, is it's double primal, where this is single primal. So it's an interesting little discussion there. I think I was telling them ultimately I think I'm gonna go with the single primal card, but I don't know. I'm having second thoughts. I like Wisdom a lot in this style of deck where we just want as many resources as possible. We need to curve out. We need to get Tamaris in.
Well, if you're planning on, well, you're gonna need like triple primal, yeah, for that pillar there.
Yeah,
So
triple time.
you're gonna be pretty heavy on the influence requirements. So wisdom probably would be a
Yeah,
lot better in that deck. Also, there's a non-zero possibility that you end up in Combre
yes,
for
sure.
some of the ramp elements. So I'd commit more for the wisdom rather than the storyteller to cycle through.
All right, let's go it and see what we get. Well, another slow, dirtily card.
And a literal slow.
Yeah, slow is certainly not what we're looking for here. That's a card. Don't play this card in draft, guys. There's also a rebuke and a wild cloud snake. Cloud snake does give us an early play. It's just not a great one, and makes me sad about passing Teriak's hatchling. But let's see here. Rebuke's more for an aggressive deck, anyways. Like it's a nice silence effect. I don't know. Maybe just take Cloud Snake here. It's nothing really exciting. Unless we just hope to find even
Savant.
more. Yeah, Savant's just a more powerful card. And maybe we somehow get other ways to slow the game down. It's I guess it's more in line with our plan of dying before we do anything. So yeah.
Cloud Snake's not that much of a roadblock, anyways, without
Yeah.
additional flyers.
Oh, I was about to say that the shadow is certainly flowing. It could be a weird thing where we end up Xenon. Certainly possible, but I'm going to take Amber Acolyte, obviously.
Yeah.
Card's just absolutely perfect for what we want to do. And, well, Teriak's Hatchling is quite the signal at pick 8. I don't really think I can pass that up here. Decent shadow cards are still coming. We're kind of getting like a Felm signal as well, but we have mirrors and we're going to force time, and we're very happy to get Teriak's Hatchling. Shout out to Snowslinger. That's a very solid card as well, but just not on Hatchling's level. Wow, Serpent Trainer, sweet.
Looks like Primal's open too.
Yeah, this deck wouldn't actually mind Nomad Healer, but I'm not taking over something as good as Serpent Trainer. And I guess we'll play a second Wisdom. We'll find 2 drops eventually. This is not a deck that cares about a clunky, expensive combat trick. We're just gonna play bigger things than our opponents. And wow, this is going great. Elysian Banner, awesome. New Stranger, not, but it's a 2-drop, I guess. And Decay, cool. Ugh.
Oh no.
This is the old open a pack with nothing for our deck pack. There's literally there's 1 time card and 1 primal card. Now the primal card is fine. It's better in Felm. I would certainly try and consider this Roland's Honor Guard, but we're pretty solidly like getting the signal that we want to be Elysian. And this isn't exactly a splashable card. You need double justice, not single justice. So it's an insane bomb for sure.
I think you take it anyways. Just as insurance.
In the case that we maybe pivot into Combre this pack, even though we saw none of it pack 1, I suppose that's true. Legion Trailblazer is not adding a ton to this deck. Like I said, it might hit our Wisdom of the Elders, but there's not a lot of other like great targets for it that we're probably going to end up with. And yeah, we're not taking Excavate. That's not a real card. There's a lot of solid shadow stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can just rare ref. Like I said, it's very low odds that this makes it into our deck, but man, the card's insane.
I mean, are you gonna play Excavate?
No, no. I think
So
it's between like Honor Guard, Trailblazer, and like maybe one of these Shadow cards because we did see a lot of Shadow, and I was talking about like, oh, maybe we end up like Xenon. It could be this weird like
three
time
colors.
splash Feln deck or something, but like it's just weird because Pillars is so taxing. Of course, we could always end up chopping down on the Pillars and still play Marisen as like a finisher in some weird Feln time control deck, but that all being said, I think just Roland's Honor Guard's so insane that we'll just take it anyways and
Hmm.
see what happens. See, there's that feeding time. Uh, that's certainly worth speculating on, but there's also just a nice 2-drop in Snowslinger and a Combre Banner and a Combre Stranger. So, um, that's... So it's like, do we want this splashable removal spell? That's one option. Uh,
I like the Stranger better than the Banner just because we are so hard up for 2 drops.
sure.
And even if we don't end up,
Yeah, it
in
still gives
Combre,
us time, which is useful.
um, I don't know if you want to stretch to feeding time, especially since you're already double primal, triple time. Maybe we're going Justice too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
we've got a couple balls in the air already.
yeah. I don't think at this point in the draft I would take Feeding Time over Snowslinger or Stranger. And I do like Stranger a bit more than Banner right now, just because yeah, we need 2 drops, and we don't necessarily know we're going to be Combre, or even if we're not Combre, Combre Stranger is fine. So it's really between these two. And Snowslinger's not so much better than Combre Stranger that I like picking it here, just in case we could pivot out of Primal, and plus we got this Honor Guard. So we'll go with Combre Stranger. It's
Hmm.
ooh, and then we see Minotaur Ambassador and an Elysian Stranger and a Xenon Guardian. Hmm, interesting. So if we're confident we're going to end up Combre, we take the Ambassador. The card's just insane in this deck. That being
I
said, I don't know how confident we are we're going to be Combre still, so it might be we lean towards the Stranger or Guardian.
well, I haven't seen any primal that would lead me to believe that um that's gonna be good here. I'm pretty sure the guy in pack 1 is Rakano, so you're gonna see the Combray cards,
Mm,
if not the pure justice ones. And time seems to be open. I would go with the ambassador just because the upside is so high.
yeah, I mean, if we're dirtling and going big, Ambassador is. There's no better card for our deck than that. And we already picked up some fixing for it. So yeah, let's just go deep and see what happens. Uh, I don't mind spewing some value. Uh, and then we see another Teriax Hatchling, a Combre Banner. Yeah, the Primal cards are coming through still. That being said, we might have the world's first ever deck where Sauropod Wrangler is good. Uh, we've got 2 pillars, a Roland's Honor Guard potentially. It actually does not reduce the cost of Marizin. Okay, I take that back. Sauropod Wrangler still might not be that good, and we should probably just take Teriax Hatchling unless we're super dedicated to pivoting into Combre now.
No, I think you have enough fixing, especially to start with. That hatchling's okay.
Oh, I never have enough fixing.
Well, we don't necessarily we haven't fully committed to
Yeah.
to Combray.
All right. So there's an Acolyte, a Peacekeeper, and a Shield. Peacekeeper, we got plenty of top end with the power. Shield's fine, but Acolyte's super powerful.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're getting kind of stuffed on 3s, but man, you just give a big dumb fatty flying, and it's great. The Justice Stream, we'll see if it gets there or not, but it looks like we're going solidly back into Elysian for now. I don't care about any of these cards.
Maybe
Like,
just
yeah, there's maybe a world where Jotun Warrior sneaks into our deck, but I think we're more likely to want this Rebuke if somehow this Primal does dry up, although it doesn't look like it is. Yeah. This is just so replaceable, where Rebuke is slightly less so. Like I said, I don't think we're going to play the Rebuke, but I'll take it. Normally not a fan of Initiative the Sands, especially in a deck that's going to be playing multiple colors, but if we end up trimming down to 2, I could see it being played where Cloud Snake gets a bit better now that we have 2 hatchlings in our deck and a Serpent Trainer. So this is actually pretty interesting fork pick here. Um, do you want the potential aggressive card that can grow? Cobalt Acolyte does not work with it, by the way, so we just have 4 flyers right now and a Roland's Honor Guard. Or do we take the Initiative to Sands, which doesn't help with Influence, which is a big negative, but it lets us kind of jump ahead in curve, which kind of looks like what this deck is going to want to be doing a lot. We're kind of light on 2-drops. So I think ultimately we do want this Initiate. Like I said, I'm normally not a fan of it, but I also normally don't draft some crazy high curve like this. What do you think? Oh, did we lose RNG? I don't know. I'm going to pretend he said, yeah, that's a great idea, Sir Rhino. Let's take the Initiate. Backlash, sure. Let me see if I can... Oh yeah, okay. RNG went AFK. He will be back in a minute, guys. Don't fret. We'll take a backlash. So do we want the 3rd Wisdom or the 2nd Decay or the 1st Execute? And I'm just going to take the Execute. I don't know if we'll play it, but what the hell? Alright. Sure. 2nd Decay, Peacekeeper. What a weird pack. Jeez Louise. Again, we open a pack with tons of insane stuff that's not for us. I could see taking this Combray Healer. Like I said, I don't really want it up 3 colors, but we're going to be so slow we can kind of just find it all. Serpent Trainer's just a really solid playable, though. And we're pretty good on 3s. Also, this pack is like Torch. I could even see taking Blast here, but we're, like I said, we're good on 3s. Just Torch, Dispel, Decay. It's got Torch and Ronin. Got Combray Healer, Suffocate, Beast Color. Like, this pack is nuts. Is anyone else lagging? I'm seeing some stuff in chat about lag. Let me know. Maybe it's because I'm screen sharing, and my upload stream doesn't like it. But anyways, back to the pick at hand. If we end up in a slow grindy deck, I could take this Combray Healer and just really focus on fixing. And I mean, we've got this Acolyte, we've got this Stranger. Yep, we're gonna go for it and immediately get paid off with a Karmic Guardian. That is awesome. Again, sad Snowslinger wants in on the fun and is just not going to get on the fun. So now we're going to be taking fixing over literally anything. We have such a greedy like faction base. It's kind of nuts. I'm going to take Friendly Wisp here and probably hopefully not play it. I don't think I want to try and splash this Mithril Mace. Maybe I do. Maybe we move away from these Wisdom of the Elders and kind of move into a Splash Primal. Is that better than taking Wisp? It's possible. Still 1/1 flyer for 2. We don't want to take Monument because we actually want to get beyond 5 power. Like, hitting 6 is important for Ambassador. Yeah, let's take Mace. Maybe we get the full-on pivot here. We'll see. We don't have enough Strangers to like Soaring Stranger, but maybe we would in the future. It's powerful. It's risky when your opponent has Strangers is the issue. Maybe we just take this Aspirant and try and move into main Combray colors. We really don't need more stuff at the top end. Yeah, I'll take this Aspirant. Wow, we are getting paid off hard for moving. That is a Vodkin staff. That's awesome. Second Mithril Mace. I mean, Gruon would be fine in this deck too. But we're pretty happy just taking this staff, and looks like RNG was prophetic in saying that Combray would be open in this direction. Ooh, wow. That's a Bright Mace Paladin, but I don't think we can pass an Amber Acolyte. It's fixing and a body. As much as I love Bright Mace Paladin, I don't see how we can take it over Acolyte. That's exactly what this deck wants to do. Wow! That's another Vodkin staff. I mean, our curve's gonna be funky, but wow, my god. This is great. That's a really late Bladekin Apprentice, but we're just probably gonna take the cantrip here now. And there's a universe where we play this dork. Sauropod Wrangler is a 2-drop at least. Second to last pick, Xenon Guardian. Wow, this is great. This deck's sweet. I wouldn't hate Civic Peacekeeper, but yeah, we're taking Guardian. This deck is sweet. Ooh, I love Hero of the People, especially with a Karmic Guardian in my deck. But I don't see myself passing up Desert Marshal here. That card is really awesome. It's a 2-drop. It just does lots of awesome things. It's so versatile, so powerful. It's I can't think of many better cards to open here other than, like Sandstorm Titan or something stupid. So yeah. I'm just gonna actually trim like most of this Legion crap out of here, except maybe the Hatchlings and the Acolyte. Look at something like this. This looks a lot better to me. Maybe try and splash this stuff. But yeah, snap up that Desert Marshal. Now, do we take staff number 3? The answer is no. Mostly because Lumen Defender is awesome and in this pack. So we're going to jam that in. Also, we have this Rebuke that can move back in, so that's cool. Oh, I have a Civic Peacekeeper? Jeez. This deck is sweet. RNG is going to come back and have a heart attack. He's going to be like, what the hell happened while I was gone? I almost want to like sit here and hear his reaction as I tell him we passed a 3rd Vodkin staff. But yeah, we're taking Lumen Defender. It's another card that we're super happy to put in this deck. It gains life, it gums up the ground, it makes games go long, and that's everything we want. We want games to go long, and we want cards that, when we cast them, stabilize the board. And Lumen Defender does that in spades. Secret Pages, another awesome card here. There's an argument for Argentport Soldier. Like I said, we do need 2-drops. But Secret Pages opens up splash possibilities. It lets us keep hitting our power. We have a delay. Okay. Alright, Pumpkin. Let me know if it gets worse or better or whatever. Is it like a delay on is my audio not quite synced up with the stream or something? Just let me know. Okay, so yeah, I think it's, man, Soldier is tempting. Like we only have 1, 2, 3 2-drops right now. So it's a little concerning. Let's see, we already have 2 Acolytes to help, but I mean, this deck just wants to get to 5, 6, 7, and there's no better card than Secret Pages to help with that. So I'm gonna just stick to what our deck wants to do, and that's Secret Pages. Speaking of what our deck wants to do, I think again I sadly have to pass on a Hero of the People, because Voice of the Speaker, while not the world's most exciting 2-drop, is a 2-drop. And has a lot of upside in our deck, just duplicating power cards. Makes Voice of the Speaker and an Ember Acolyte guarantee that we're going to curve into our 5-drops and stuff like that. It seems great to me. Yeah, Hero of the People, if we weren't so stacked on 3s, I would still love to have it. Like I said, it goes great into Karmic Guardian. But we don't have a whole lot else of combos within this deck anyways. Terriach Hatchling, sure, they give it flying or whatever, but uh-oh, I think RNG's back.
I have returned. Sorry about that.
You ended up being quite the prophet. The last pack, Combre, was open. I got 2 Vodkin Staff, a Karmic Guardian, a Xenon Guardian.
Defender.
This pack we opened Desert Marshal and then got Lumen Defender and Secret Pages, and we're about to take Voice of the Speaker. I love Hero of the People, but I was saying we don't have a whole lot that combos with it. Obviously, it's insane with Karmic Guardian, but that's about it in our deck. There's not a whole lot else going on. We actually had to pass a 3rd Vodkin staff, which is kind of crazy, but correct. So we're going to take Voice and be pretty happy. It's a 2-drop and lets us hit more power. And, oh, yeah, let's go deep. 2nd Minotaur Ambassador? It's either that or a Tinker Apprentice. Like, who cares about that, right?
Dude, accelerate that Marison. Bam, 4 damage out of nowhere.
Yeah, we're taking... Oh, man! Oh, no! Ambassador number 3 is on the table, or
I
secret pages number 2.
I think it's the second secret pages. You want to actually get to 6 power.
Yeah, now we can splash this random last pick Beast Caller's Amulet and Execute I got from the one pack.
Uh,
No, we're not doing that, but we're taking secret pages. And there's an Elysian banner and not a whole lot else. So we'll take it. I think we are gonna just splash the 2 hatchlings and the acolyte. I think that's where we're at on the splash. I think that's
mhm.
fine. We'll see where we end up. Um,
Xenon Guardian again?
yeah, I think a second Guardian here is good. We're gonna have tons of power all the time. I don't think we're too weak to flyers. We've got a decent amount of our own in hatchlings, acolytes, karmic guardians. And yeah, it gives us another nice 4-drop. Wears Vodkin's staff really, really well, and obviously is awesome when we get to a ton of power. I'm gonna take Finest Hour here. I wouldn't mind a second Mithril Mace, but I don't mind. The first Finest Hour is really nice. Yeah, we're gonna be tapping out a lot, but just having a nice little trick like that maybe will help our early drops survive or whatever. Yeah, most of our end game, our big stuff's already gonna be big enough, but I don't really want a second Mithril Mace in this list, so we don't have any ways of making it bigger. So it's just an okay kind of answer to flyers and evasive creatures, and we don't want more than one of those in our deck, really. So let's go with Finest Hour. So that's a Teriax Hatchling. I
I
like
think
having a teleport, but this deck's so slow, I don't know if we're going to be able to leverage teleport very often in this deck.
um
It gives us a convenient answer to the Rakano, like, go really, really tall decks, because right now we just have, like, Lumen Defender, and that's kind of it. So it's nice in that sense. And
I don't know. I guess it's another trick, if they have a trick of their own or to bounce one of your guys, I guess.
yeah, we have, like, right now we have for interaction Rebuke, Finest Hour, and that's like it. So yeah, we'll take the teleport. Terrier Hatchling's really awesome, but we've got 2. That's okay. And decay number like 400 or something. Oh wow, last pick Accelerate. We got there.
Clear signal.
Yeah. All right, so let's figure out what we got in our hands here. No Seek Powers is sad, but 2 secret pages is cool. So this is 32 right now. We're gonna be cutting lots of stuff. So let's see here.
Aspirant. I think that goes.
Yeah. That's pretty easy. So what's this? I think we just need to play the Wrangler because it's our 4th 2-drop.
I think we cut Peacekeeper, Rebuke,
Oh yeah, I like
probably Inspire since it's just filler in this deck.
Alright, so that puts us at 17 plus an Initiate plus 2 pages plus 2 Acolytes. Plus
I might
2
even
Ambassadors.
still like 18.
Yeah, I mean we can't really flood. I mean famous last words, but I mean we've got 2 Staves, we've got 2 Guardians. We've just got so much going on. Maybe I mean, it's so easy to splash these hatchlings. I think we play them at least. Maybe not this Cobalt Acolyte, but it's so powerful in what it can give flying to. Like, just giving Xenon Guardian and Pillar. I mean,
Our units are kind of meh in this deck. I think Cobalt Acolyte is
we're
gonna start on
at
the sidelines.
21 units, though. It's not like we're lacking. I don't mind cutting something here. But, I mean, we just have such insane top end. Like, I just want to hit power at all points.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at our other 3s, it's like, when are we actually playing this Cobalt Acolyte? Not until way later, and then I think we're just going to have better things to do later.
Honestly, well, I don't want to say cut Vodacon staff, but like you just
I
want
considered
things
it.
to be in the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I certainly considered it, especially because we're so low on 2-drops. It might be a thing where we only want to see 1 per game. But that being said, like, yeah, it's certainly a good point. I think it's between Staff and Acolyte. I think that's kind of where we're at. Um, and it's definitely an interesting conundrum to be at. God, our top end's just so insane. So it's really just about what helps us get to that top end. And I like having. It's really our only 2 equipment in the deck, and yeah, it's not going to be the best on 3 for us, but it's going to be so good on like Karmic Guardian and Xenon Guardian, and we need something to bridge the gap between 4 to the 6 spot, you know? So like Karmic Guardian into staff use pages is like just I think is or like either of the guardians with staff is just like it's going to be better than acolyte most of the time. Like
Hmm.
we don't care as much about giving our defenders flying as much. Like we have enough flyers to kind of get in the way. I'm
We
just
hope.
yeah, I'm just looking like we've got 3 attachments total and 4 spells total and 21 units. Like one of these things is a little too high. Now we have lots of units with spell-like effects, like that's what Kobold Acolyte is, and I love Kobold Acolyte with how flexible it is. But we just have a lot of really good cards, and I'm not cutting any of these dumb, super expensive things because I'm being stubborn and stupid. So, like,
I think if you're not willing to cut the staff, I think you have to take the acolyte out.
yeah, because like I'm not the biggest fan normally of Voice of the Speaker, for instance, but I think it just has so much synergy in this deck, and it's a 2 drop that we kind of just play it,
Hmm.
and you know, hey, it holds the staff. Cool, we got there. Um, let me just double check the reserves, see if I'm missing any 2 drops anywhere. And we have 2 Elysian banners. That's nice. Yeah, this is gonna feel terrible, and I'm gonna hate myself for it, but we're gonna go with that. And then, as far as fixing goes, this is pretty simple. We're gonna play 2 Elysian banners, and then I'm gonna hit add power and cut all but 1 primal sigil. And then we're gonna do that. And do we need? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus Combrave Stranger. Let's see. We only need 1 justice until Mithril Mace, Honor Guard, and Bastard gets those. Yeah, we just want to make sure we have plenty of time. That's all that really matters. We've got 2 secret pages. Yeah, our faction power, influence, whatever fixing is great, and that's what we wanted. Yeah, let's just double check. Is there any reason we want a copper haul? Do we want the old 2-5? No, we're pretty good.
I hope not.
Hey, you never know. All right, well, I'm pretty happy with this deck. It can certainly get run over. That is a concern. But anytime we don't get run over, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do some dumb things. So we'll see how it goes.